Hi guys! So since I'm feeling really cute today and I am able to do my fire sign reading in another portion of the house, I'm going to, since I'm feeling really cute today, fire signs, I want to say that you're on point. All of my readings this month have been without actual literal cards, so I'm going to continue on that theme and just keep it going for you for the month of November. I feel there's a lot of passion and anger, even if the anger is underlying and unbeknownst to you right now, fire signs. It's gonna creep up during the month. I wouldn't be afraid of it, but I would be curious to observe it because I think it's coming from a place in the past, and I think that you should or are being told to revisit this in the present, so that you can look into the past. I want to say 6 to 8 months past. I mean, it could be from childhood, but I think the specific situation that comes up for you is 6 to 8 months past, exactly where you were 6 to 8 months ago. Okay, so revisit that space, and then maybe that connects you to your childhood in some way. But revisit that space, reheal that space, opening and cleaning your heart chakra from that space. I want you, while you're there, fire signs, and while you're here in the present moment, bringing that here, I want you to close your eyes. Good, shoulders roll back, pointer fingers and thumbs touch. And just take a deep breath in through the nose. Good, fill up your heart, your mind, your body, your lungs. Fill up and hold it. Good, clear the mind. Let everything go that doesn't belong there while you're holding this breath as if the oxygen can push out of the lungs through the pores. Close your eyes here, holding. Take another sip if you need to. Inhale. You might get a little lightheaded. That's okay. Hold it. Good, and then release. Fire signs, let the shoulders hang down, let the head hang down, just let it go for a minute. Out the mouth. And as you release, you're pushing out all the oxygen, so it should be just as uncomfortable to push it out. The belly gets pulled in, the breath releases, and it should start to feel a little bit uncomfortable because you're pushing every last drop of air out of the body. Now, while you're here, fire signs, I just want you to we're releasing and we're forgiving. We're letting go of the past. We're letting go of what we no longer need. And again, we're forgiving ourselves for being in those situations, and we're forgiving those situations for coming around and being a part of us. But at the same time, we're learning and growing from them. So forgiveness does equal growth. Forgiveness helps us to understand. And therefore we'll learn, and therefore we'll grow. So take a few deep breaths just like that, nice and long. Inhales, holding, taking another sip, holding, shoulders dropping, sitting up taller as you're holding. Nice and big bellies as you're holding. You might get a little dizzy, that's okay, hold. And then release. Every last drop of air out. And do this 5 or 8 times as you need to calm yourself down, and that will help you to revisit, come back to the space that you needed to be at 6 or 8 months ago. Maybe you weren't exactly prepared or ready for it then, and now is the time for the forgiveness. That's okay. This passion, this anger, this rage can be transmuted in other ways that are going to help others heal, other ways that are going to help the universe reverberate healing. Painting, but I see you punching something. You need to punch something. So getting into kickboxing, getting into karate, getting into, getting into something that creates strength for you and that exposes your weakness. I want to say exposes your weakness. My legs are exposed. I'm thinking about exposing. So yeah, fire signs. Getting into that vulnerable space and creating strength for yourselves. Um, I want you to know that you're still very strong and one of the most on point signs. And you're moving up the ladder, but it's just this block, something that you're not used to, this loss or pain or anger, whatever it pertains to for you, something that you are not used to. But you're also going through it with grace, and I want to say ease, but it doesn't seem easy, but it's an ease that others don't have, a poise that others wouldn't have about it. It's simple for you to learn and grow and burn through things, but the burning through things, we're not trying to burn through it. Now is the time to heal from it. Right, so we're just revisiting it because sometimes the soul, the body, and the mind work together, put emotions on hold because it's too much for us in the exact moment, and we put them on hold until later we're ready to revisit, reopen, and go through it again. So something that will create strength for you. Again, karate, gymnastics, I see you punching, you need to punch. So boxing, kickboxing, I think that's a great way. Sparring, wrestling, something. Even if it's hanging from the fucking ceilings, you know what I mean? Something that's going to create strength, make you feel safe. So, like, part of me's like, even if it's carrying a knife in your pocket, sometimes you got to carry a knife in your pocket and take long walks in the dark and then just like fucking envision if anybody attacks you, how you're going to react. Like, do that to yourself. Like, I used to do that all the time. I would just like walk in the dark with a knife in my pocket, and I would just practice on telephone poles or trees or like passerbys, even if it's just mentally. I was practicing on passerbys because obviously you're not going to engage with a stranger for no reason. But you know, like, oh, how would this situation go? How would this go? How would I protect myself here? And then you feel a lot stronger and safer. So you'll find your ways to help you get over that fear. But like I said, you're still in the spotlight. You're still one of the most strongest characters in the zodiac playing field, fire signs. But again, you're feeling very passionate. We're exposing that vulnerability, getting into our real, true, authentic sides of ourselves, and right, helping other people to heal and grow from it. Page of Wands again, and because I've gotten this already this month for some, was it Earth signs? So maybe you need to watch the Earth sign videos. But yeah, Page of Wands. So ready to move on into the next endeavors, but also sitting, holding your own inner world. So I feel like you're ready to move on, but you're still contemplating your next move, and you're still going through what you have to go through from that past. And yeah, it's just making you stronger. Page of Wands, and then I see, okay, because I see the Page of Wands in two different lights. I have two different decks that come to my mind. So in one deck, it's right, so he's standing on the tower. You've probably seen this, holding the earth, the wand in his hand. He's looking out to sea, almost like the next adventure. And then in the next suit, I see him almost with a fiery, passionate background. Him and his wand, a very noble lion heart character. So, and I always see this one particularly as a lover or a suitor coming in. So maybe someone with a passionate heart, fire, heart energy, maybe in their Venus, there's fire somewhere that stands out in the forefront of their character. I see them coming in very sweet, offering up their sensitivities and their strength to you at this time as well. And I think that's very helpful for you because of the admiration they have for this character. It's backing you up. I have certain characters, and we all have certain characters in our lives who exhibited or exuberated, right, with the X's and the E's, some kind of strength that that we use now for ourselves, or that when I need to feel strong and powerful, I remember their way. I remember who they were in my life, and I remember how they would do things, and that creates a power for me, like just to think of that loved one or that force, and bring it into myself. And there's so many different people who I connect to when I'm feeling vulnerable and sad, or people who I connect to when I'm feeling loving and surprised, or people who I connect to when I'm feeling like I need to be just strong and powerful, or people who I'm connecting to when I need to show anger and sternness. So yeah, happiness, there's people for everything. Anyway, so you know, and all these people, all these characters become part of our character, and that's okay. We're allowed to incorporate those that we love. It's a great honor to share the energy of our souls with each other, and I think you guys are getting to that place. And I feel like I'm sitting on the with the white stairs in the background, because it's like we're on our way to heaven, or the next realms, to the halfway point to heaven. I want to tell you how many stairs are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you serious? Or did I just recount that wrong? Okay. So we're on step 1. Like, I want to count it again, because I'm like, is there really 7 stairs? Okay. Fire sign, step 1. It's just revisiting that anger, creating strength here for yourself. So it's a new beginning in a lot of ways, right? This new door has opened for you, but you have to revisit this passion to create that new strength for yourself. And I want to say, just keep switching sides. So now I'm dealing with this passion in a masculine way. Now I'm dealing with a feminine way. Okay, well, it's not the right place to be masculine about it, so maybe I'll be feminine about it. It's not the right place to be feminine about it. Maybe I'll be masculine about it. Oh, good, I can bring both of them together here and push it out through the center here. And I think that's where you are right now, learning how to, and you're coming to the most passionate part of you to deal with that. And that's why you're in step 1, and the most passionate part for you to deal with that, because it creates such a solid foundation, you know what I mean? And then step 2 will be more easier, and then step 3, might trip you back a little bit. And then step 4, wow, okay, you're almost there, but the light is shining bright, so you might be a little confused. And then step 5, so you're just above the light here, and you'll be able to see onto the horizon. Step 6, there's going to be a character that comes in to confuse you for just one more time. And then 7, right after that character, going to be playing a little bit of tricks with you on 6, the devil, right? So, but then 7, you'll be engulfed in the light, and you'll be that higher supreme being. I want to say usually, I want to say that, why do I want to say that there's 16 steps? I guess 7 and, anyway. Okay, I'm not sure about the 16 steps, I guess because there's another step. Oh, because in 16 steps there's 3 7s. No, there's not. There's 2 7s, and then 7, I have to count. 8, 13, 14. 15, 16. Okay, so there's a 7 and a 9. Okay, I'm not sure what the 16th step means, but we're going back to the 17th step. Maybe it's a date, maybe 16 is a date that you'll see this anger or some kind of transformation, something being shaken up and woken up in your brain. So maybe November 16th is something for you to look out for. But yeah, I think that's about it, 16 steps to happiness. So, but we're just working on the first 7 now. We're sitting on step 1. Okay, fire signs, I think that's about wraps it up for you. I think it's all about that passion this month, and recreating strength for yourself in that place where you felt most vulnerable. Yeah, that sounds about right. And we close it out with the sun sign. And the Wheel of Fortune. So great congratulations, great condolences. but also greater strength. So much love to you and all of your spirit guides and the ones that brought you here, channeling that goodness. Namaste. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day.